Hey guys, Ryan here, or Halogen for Squadron Media, and I'm alone today. Yeah, Jordan is not here, he is not present, he is away. So today I will be talking about some controversial things on YouTube. Yeah, so usually I try to stay away from this YouTube drama, but we have made a few videos on it in the past, like the H3H3 versus Leafy one. Mostly because at that time I was just eating that drama up. I thought it was really funny and entertaining and interesting, all the twists and turns it took. And we also talked about the McJuggernuggets finale, and we talked a little bit about Keem in the last podcast. We'll get more into that today. So today we will just be discussing like some serious problems that have been occurring on YouTube. Now, one thing I do want to mention about these problems is that I've noticed these are some pretty major dramas, is the word people used to coin them, really, to put them together. I don't even know, I can't talk or something like that, but there is some real interesting things here, and some real shady things as well, some things that even though I'm going to try to stay as unbiased as possible here, there will be a couple things that I won't be able to, because they are some really frustrating and just angering things like this. Seriously, some people out there, man, and I mean, I'm not trying to point fingers at any YouTubers, but it's kind of tough, you know, when this website, you care about it a lot because it's a really good website, it's a good idea, and you can publish your own content to it, and I really like that. But some people they try to ruin all the fun, I guess, and that's what I'll be talking about in today's podcast thingy. Now, first up, we have this pretty funny hacking scandal that's been going on. I find it funny, at least, because Watch Mojo and Leafy got taken down. Woo! Woo! Well, not exactly. They just got some of their video titles changed by, like, Poodle Corp. But the point is that there's been a lot of hacking going on lately by these like Poodle Corp and R-Mine, taking down these larger channels, or taking them on, really, because they only really changed the name and maybe changed the avatar or something. But they did, somebody got a hold of Boogie2988's, all of his accounts, through one phone number, and that was pretty scary because they actually took down his channel, and some people were freaking out if Boogie was quitting. But luckily he got it back pretty easily, and everything was intact, so he got all his views, he got all his videos back up, he got all his information set back up, so that's good. But these hackers, supposedly, from what I understand, aren't really even hacking per se. They're just they're just able somehow to get the SIM card from the cell phone providers. Like Ethan Klein from H3 did a video on this the other day. He was talking about how the cell phone providers are really shady, in that these guys were able to get a hold of his SIM card, and that would be able to get them access, you know, the phone number attached to it could get them access through the two-step verification process. So Grade A Under A just recently did a video on this. I thought it was really interesting. I really enjoyed his video on it. He was just talking about one of the ways that he thought of was to, you know, for the two-step verification, to get a phone number that you have memorized, but it not be a phone number in your name. And I think that's an interesting thing. So it could be like a family member's phone number or something like that. So a second phone number, get one that won't be in your name, so you can remember it, because those two-step verification phone numbers are a little shady in that people, they can forget your phone number. I always thought of that too. If you have your cell phone number as a part of the two-step verification, what if your friend knows it very well? That would not go over well. If they were able to get access to the account, oh boy. So that's a tip for all you guys out there, just that I want to say on this podcast, is that you guys have to remember to make sure that you stay safe, and I'd recommend not using your phone number for the two-step verification code, because a lot of big YouTubers, these guys are out right now on the hunt to try to hack them, to try to get their information, as we saw with, you know, Leafy Boogie, Watch Mojo, which I wasn't too sad about them going down. So that is just something to note, is that they are after a lot of the big YouTubers right now. I think over the next few days we will continue to see trends pop up of different YouTubers getting taken down. So let's just wait out and see how things turn out, and hopefully not too much happens, especially to YouTubers I love. But in the case that it does, well, they should have known better, I guess. These hackers are seriously pretty shady, and that's just something I have to say. It's really weird how T-Mobile and all those companies had just such a broken security system, and once a video went up exposing it, but by somebody with over 1 million subscribers, almost 2 million, they just instantly changed. They just full on changed their policy. It was a little crazy. Alright, let's move on. So why is the Lord Gaben here, you're probably wondering. Well, I'll tell you why. Because he's the Lord. Everyone worship Gaben. Gaben. Gaben is amazing. But unfortunately, you either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's the little quote that people use for Gaben. No, but seriously, okay, so lately, I just want to put out a disclaimer. I'm not like a lot of people who like played like CS:GO and all that. I never played CS:GO, not in a million years. Maybe I watched a couple of those commentary channels where they had CS:GO in the background. I think that was it. But I seriously have not played CS:GO. I hate to say it. Kind of wish I had, but going into this, I haven't played that game. But let's get right into the news, right? Am I right? Okay, so I guess what's happening, I got the little Valve logo in the background, is I've been following this because a lot of YouTubers made videos on this. These two, hard to find a term to describe them, as unbiased as possible. These two guys, Tmartn, and Project Syndicate, ProSyndicate, whatever his name is, I don't even know. I don't even care. I don't know these Call of Duty YouTubers. These two huge YouTubers, like Donald Trump huge. One of them had almost 10 million. They could have had the diamond play button in their hands. And the other one's, I think, 3 million-ish. At least at the time it started. Probably have some subscriber live count streams counted down. The sub drop the base. Okay, so anyways, these guys, they made this promotional video for this gambling website. I guess, okay, this is what I gathered. I guess you can put in money to gamble it in exchange for you have a chance to get some really rare things, like skins, I think they're called, skins of weapons that are worth like apparently like $70 and stuff. So people put in money and then they gamble and see if they can win these high price weapons. So this is shady enough. Like, I think this is some shady stuff, and I'm surprised this still goes on, of course. But okay, these two guys, Tmartn and ProSyndicate, Syndicate Project, they basically were the ones who founded this company, and I'm serious. They have top positions in this company. However, the next day, a few days later, they decide, well, we got to promote this. So they make the promotional video for it, which I mentioned earlier, and they are all like, oh, we found this, and we wanted to show it off. We wanted to show off this CS:GO Lotto. It's a really cool service, and they showed themselves playing with this CS:GO Lotto, and they won a pretty big prize. I think on both of their videos. Now, this whole thing was pretty shady, and people were like, do these guys have any ties to the company? Do they work there? What is this? Do family members work there? So people were able to dig through some records, and they found out that Tmartn is literally the CEO and owner of the whole thing. So I find it a little weird how if he's the CEO and owner, he's pretending that he just stumbled across it. Now that is shady in itself. That is a clear lie. That's not even like one of those lies that you have to get a lawyer to dig deep and find out, like some grade A under A's expose videos on like Nicole Arbor. But I that is a pretty crazy lie. And but it gets worse because that's actually against the law, believe it or not. For you to be promoting a company, you have to say that you work for it, or that sometimes you'll have to say that you're promoted by it. And if you're the owner, you definitely have to say that when promoting it. And not only that, but these most people see these promotions by the owner as basically spam. This is basically a promotion channel. Some websites are really highly against that. That is a terrible, scummy thing, according to a lot of websites. You go on any forum pages and you use like your fame on that to promote a product that you have. It's not going to go over well at all, is it? So basically, people caught on to this, and that's really shady. And it's also shady how they showed on camera themselves winning lots of dollars worth of skins. And I was like, that's really weird. Can't they just rig the whole thing if they're the CEO? They're so high up. And it's weird how on their LinkedIn page they don't even have a reference to, maybe owning and being the CEO of what's literally a big CSGO gambling website. So you'd think that that's something that they should have, right? But yeah, so they did not have that. So obviously this scandal is like continuing on now. I haven't been following as much on the latest developments. Supposedly they're like trying to catch other YouTubers within it. And another thing that has been brought up is the Warner Brothers, their whole Shadow of Mordor controversy, where with the paid promotion and stuff. Well, some YouTubers have come forward and said, yeah, we were paid by Warner Brothers, but I tried to make sure that you guys knew that I was paid. And I'm so against this whole getting paid to review stuff. You see it everywhere now. Pretty much anybody who's considered a critic, who has a large following, unless they're like those sit-at-home critics, but even them, they're not immune to this. They're getting paid a lot of money nowadays by these big companies. That is a source of their income, to say this stuff. And then when you own the company, you especially want to show it to 3 million people or almost 10 million people like ProSyndicate did. So I find that really shady and just really stupid. How do they think they could get away with that? And how do they think that how would they think if somebody caught them, they would just continue to have a loyal following? I just don't understand that. But YouTube these days, it's a little crazy. So now these guys are getting dislike bombed. They're losing some subs. This whole scandal is going crazy. But these guys did some shady stuff. Now, this isn't just petty YouTube drama either. This was in BBC. This was actually in a BBC article about CSGO gambling and about Tmartn and ProSyndicate, whatever his name is. So I find that really crazy how this whole thing could stir up into a big scam. It's just crazy. There's people saying that parents are now able to sue this company if their kids were caught gambling on it, which is interesting. Valve, in the wake of this, Gaben, he said that they're going to crack down on all people who use Valve for the gambling. So that'll be interesting how they crack down on these websites. Use Steam for the gambling. Sorry, not Valve. It'll be interesting how they crack down on these websites, because this is honestly a big scandal in the gaming and YouTube community. I'm not just saying this to, get views. This seriously is frustrating. And if you guys were subscribed to these guys, I wouldn't say to unsubscribe, but I'd consider it. Alright, Keemstar. Now, at this point, I just want to talk about this because it's a meme. Because Keem the meme, everybody. Gnome King. Hey, no, you're a Keemstar. Okay, so I just wanted to say a few things seriously, okay? I'm constantly getting these in Keemstar exposed in the recommended videos section. I'm constantly seeing exposing Keemstar. What Keemstar did to me as a young boy. Then not that, but what Keemstar has done. What Keemstar has done to these people. Oh my god. And now I was not on Keemstar's side. In fact, I still am not on Keemstar's side. I'm not taking sides here. And I love Grade A Under A, and I liked his video, and some of the things Leafy said on his most recent video. It was hard to combat, okay? But I do have to say that I have not seen a single video, and I don't want to be the one to make this video. I'm just a 15-year-old kid sitting in my bedroom recording a podcast, okay? I don't want to make this video, but I want to see a video, okay, where somebody out there, okay, actually makes a big video that's ultra unbiased. I've seen a few, but it was before all of the Keemstar responses and all the Leafy's new response and the get exposed videos. I want one now in this time period that is actually unbiased. Like, I liked Birdman. That was a good video. I wouldn't entirely call it unbiased, but like, I can't take anything these guys say seriously, whether it's Smile for YouTube, Keemstar, whatever, because both sides have been manipulating things. Both sides do that. I mean, Keemstar, I wouldn't say Keemstar manipulated things on his more recent video, although he never showed proof, which is why I find it hard to believe. I find it hard to believe any of it. There's the man Keemstar right there. I find it hard to believe any of Keemstar, what he said. I'm not saying that, like, okay, I guess there's the rumors that he's suing kids, okay? I'm not trying to slander him. I'm just trying to say that both sides are ridiculous. Same will go for, like, the grade A, under A, the Leafy, Pyro side. A lot of the evidence at first wasn't very good. Some of the evidence was concrete, and the stuff that was concrete, I'll give Keemstar the credit here. He apologized for that. I'll give him a lot of credit for that. He apologized for the concrete evidence against him, but like Tony, like Total Biscuit, you know. And then there's the whole Basher scandal, which I don't even want to go into. I don't even know why anybody has to go into it at this point. It's such a rabbit hole that I would never want to go down. But we have all these sides nowadays. So now, okay, we started on the last time we were just getting the grade video. We had the H3. No, we didn't have H3. We had Leafy, we had Pyro, and Keem was on hiatus. Sorry, I'm a little stuffed up today. But now it's went from being grade A is a liar and Keemstar is a liar. Oh, that's a terrible English accent. That's not even close to Grade's voice. What's wrong with me? What the hell is wrong with me? Okay, but now it's went from that to being, he doxed me, so I got doxed by this person. I DDoSed him. It's like, oh my god. I'm watching these response videos and it's like, Keemstar doxed me, he DDoSed my friend. I'm Keemstar, I got DDoSed and doxed. Well, what the hell? How are we supposed to know what happened when everybody's claiming somebody doxed this person and somebody DDoSed this person? Like, jeez, man. Like, it's gotten out of control now. All these DDoS, dox things. I don't even know if there's anybody who I can believe anymore on this whole thing. If this person's saying one thing, the other person's saying the other thing. Well, which one do you believe? I'm seriously wondering this. This is getting ridiculous. How do people pick sides? I mean, I know a lot of people hate Keemstar. I know a lot of people hate some of these other people. But how do you pick sides when literally people are saying the exact same things with some bare minimum proof? I want to see some better proof of it. I saw some decent proof on Leafy's video. That's a step in the right direction. That was basically to frame Keemstar. But again, a lot of I'd say 80% of these allegations on either side, period, there's no proof to back them up. So how does anybody take this scandal seriously? And I'm surprised that when people make these allegations against Keem, they're all like, rally against Keem. Keem's the villain. And then all of a sudden when Keem makes his 50-minute video about how he's framed and how everything he said was taken out of context and how everything he's playing character and how everything's a lie, all of a sudden people are like, sheep, Keem is in the right, I forgive Keem, good guy Keem, Keem, you're the best, let's fight these other people. No! Two people make videos with some good evidence and some bad evidence. Is it just like the one who gets the last word in is the one who's right? I think people seriously, if you're gonna be so serious about this scandal, which is stupid, by the way. I'm sorry, I've turned pretty angry about this whole thing. If you're gonna be so serious about this little scandal with Daniel Keem, well, what the hell? Why would you take it so seriously to actually get somebody like to seriously analyze every damn thing to prove who's in the right where, who's in the wrong where's the middle ground. You know, I'd like to see that, but who would care enough to do that? Because I don't, at the end of the day, care about this at all. I go to bed every night. I don't think once about it. I don't think once about any of. I don't think once about Keemstar. I don't think once about Leafy. I don't think once about Pyro. Great, I'm a fan of him, so I'm not gonna say I don't think once about him. He's a great YouTuber. But really, this whole scandal is just showing that 2016 is the year of YouTube drama. And what a better way to culminate that, although to be fair, we still have like, 5 months left of drama. What a better way to culminate that than cut off the head of the Gnome King himself, the most feared person in the community. Killer Keemstar, let's get right into the news. Okay, but seriously, I actually didn't think I was going to get mad at this one, but I'm kind of frustrated because not a dang person has given sufficient evidence. But let's talk about Taylor Swift, because she frustrates me the most here. Okay, so I don't know if all of people have talked about this, but I'm going to talk about it. So I keep seeing these articles about how Taylor Swift is taking on YouTube. YouTube has been so unfair to Taylor Swift. She thinks it's a site for freebooting. She thinks it's a site where she can't make enough money off of it. Okay, oh boy, okay, that's about enough here. And, of course, she's joined by Bono, Paul McCartney, Elton John. Alright, so, how do I begin this? Okay, let me just say this right now. This is the stupidest thing I have heard in my life, okay? I just can't believe this is happening, and I guess I should believe, because a lot of people have portrayed Taylor Swift as actually being greedy. I don't want to get into this celebrity gossip here, but this is seriously frustrating. As somebody who's on YouTube, okay, this is seriously frustrating. There's Taylor Swift right there. Oh my god, this is frustrating. Okay. Okay. YouTube, for a while now, has been so unfair for those content creators who use fair use, okay? So unfair, I hate to say it. People are getting strikes, people are getting copyright claims, third-party content, people are getting age restrictions, people are getting worldwide bans. YouTube has been really tough on their creators, and some of the best YouTube creators, and you know, like I Hate Everything and Channel Awesome, have had their channels had so many issues, like copyright strikes. I Hate Everything's channel was taken down. Channel Awesome got like 30 copyright strikes or something at a time from DreamWorks at one point. Think about that for a second, okay? How is YouTube unfair to these big corporations, these big heads like Taylor Swift? Okay, I uploaded a video to one of my other channels once. I could have like a snippet of a song, totally in fair use. It was claimed the second it went up. The second, probably before it went up. It was literally claimed. They are so tight on their claim thing. Like, if you guys didn't know this, on my Civil War video where I reacted to the trailer, okay, it was claimed by Nickelodeon. Nickelodeon, they're not Disney. They're not Marvel. What the heck? Why would Nickelodeon claim a video with Marvel clips? Okay, think about that. If Nickelodeon and all these companies are able to claim things before they even get published, and through false claims that it takes like a month to get rid of, then why the heck is Taylor Swift losing sleep over YouTube being freebooting and taking her money? And YouTube is $1 billion business. It gives like $1 billion a year worth of funds to its creators in exchange for the ad revenue that they bring in, okay? Think about that, okay? YouTube is $1 billion business, not only for themselves, but for the creators on the site. So why isn't Taylor Swift amused, as the articles say? Taylor Swift is not amused by YouTube's offer. That's $1 billion. That's a big business right there, okay? And I find it a little suspicious. I'm sorry, I'm a fan of some of these musicians, like a huge fan, okay? That some of the top people who are taking on YouTube, Taylor Swift, I'm not a fan of hers, I don't like her music, Paul McCartney, the legend, and Bono are three of the people taking on YouTube. Let's just look at this. These are three of the richest musicians who have ever lived. I'm pretty sure Paul McCartney and Bono are the two richest musicians who ever lived. I believe both of them have like a net worth of $1 billion. So they're taking on YouTube now, which I find really strange. And then probably the worst part of the whole thing, and it's pretty crazy considering these billionaires and half a billionaires are taking on a platform because they're losing a little bit of money when, and then it's like, well, these artists may consider moving Vivo to Facebook. No! Facebook is the freeboot central. YouTubers get their videos freebooted on Facebook all the time for millions of views. It's a business on Facebook, freebooting. Look at SoFlo Antonio. Some of my favorite YouTubers like Great Ander A, Boogie2988, even I Hate Everything, all that. I'm pretty sure they've all had their videos on Facebook freebooted, and they have gotten millions of views on this freebooted site. Just think about that. Millions of views on Facebook. How did they get it? Well, some good YouTubers put out good content, and somebody thought we could pass this off as our own and upload it to Facebook. Okay, so think about that. So Taylor Swift, she and all these people are rumored to be considering Facebook as an option because, oh, Facebook, they don't have freebooting of our songs. They don't have freebooting in general, so why don't we go on Facebook? Well, there's the problem, okay? This is basically just looking out for yourself. I get it, it's business. Business is a cutthroat world. Business, you only look out for yourself. But just the hypocrisy here. Should us YouTubers stand for watching these big dollar musicians like Taylor Swift, Bono, and Paul McCartney taking on YouTube and then moving to Facebook, considering to move to Facebook, a place where a smaller creators, smaller musicians even, think about that. If you can't accept like people like Great Ander A or any of that as creators, H3H3, that's fine. Just look past that, okay? Smaller musicians, YouTube musicians, actually have their videos freebooted all the time on Facebook and shown around, okay? So if you guys just take a minute and think about how cutthroat the music world is, okay? Just take a minute to think about your humble beginnings as musicians. Would you have liked a website to have people plastering all your content, if you do fairly well, all over it, and with basically no punishment? No, you wouldn't. So I'm just asking. They're not going to listen to this. Why would you want to move to Facebook? Now, I don't think this is confirmed. This is just a speculation. But oftentimes these articles can be crazy psychic sometimes. Why would you want to move to Facebook, the freebooting central, if you're all against freebooting? Part of this whole thing was to fight freebooting. And to be fair, YouTube's got that problem with those lyric videos and stuff like that. And you can say ad block and Vivo doesn't make enough money, but Facebook has all kinds of problems like that, if not worse. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if people would start posting lyric videos to Facebook now. So these guys, these Taylor Swift, Bono, Paul McCartney, want to ditch this platform that people have worked hard on to maintain, and its problems are against the will of creators, not against the will of the big business, to ditch it for a service on Facebook video, which us YouTube creators know has literally been Satan's spawn, because it's the home of freebooting of everything. Okay, it's hard to find an original video on there. I come across these people at school, okay, and they're all like, "Oh, you see this video on Facebook?" Teachers are talking, "Did you see this video on Facebook?" Yeah, but there's the problem here, okay? It's that Facebook, you're not giving the people on the video money. You're not giving them views. You're giving some SoFlo or some goofy guy who says he runs some big business who has these videos licensed to upload these and make all the sole profit. Contrary to popular belief, these SoFlo people, they don't get these videos licensed. There's been proof. H3H3 has contacted people with their videos on there to prove that SoFlo, he did not get any permission whatsoever from some of these people. Some of these people didn't care. But that just shows, if you're going to move to a platform that you think is better for protecting, your rights, first of all, you got to learn about fair use, which is another thing I want to mention. These guys, they'll probably start taking down these music review channels, because that's what they've done with the movie industry ever since Viacom and stuff started suing YouTube. Well, YouTube had to be really strict on movie reviews and just movie clips. Well, now they're going to have to be really strict on music reviews and music clips and people's covers. Like, what does this come to? These people are basking in money. I look up these people's net worths, and literally, we've got 2 billionaires on the list. People with $500 million, like 500 million plus. They're not losing any sleep over this. Alright guys, so I guess that concludes this video. Sorry I got angry on this one, but I think it's important to talk about some of these things, because these are some major scams and some major unfair things in the YouTube playing field. Thank you for watching. Next time's podcast should be a little later. Should be more Pokemon Go. Should be more of that stuff. So, I'll see you guys later. Bye.